All right, there we go. YouTube's going. Morning, Phil. It's like the NQs, or excuse me, the Nasdaq is Nasdaq's picking up. Long sleeves under. Well, no, that they're not actually long sleeves. It's a fishing shirt, so I'm like it's very thin. It's SPF 30, wicks your sweat. Yeah, it's the shirt is like it's the perfect shirt. You can wear it almost all year long in Florida because if it's hot, it wicks the sweat. It keeps you pretty cool, but it also keeps the sun off of you. But in the winter, if you have this on, one, it takes the chill off of your skin. It's cold versus having short sleeves on. But two, if you layer it, then it gets pretty warm. And again, it wicks the sweat. So if you're cold, you don't have sopping wet clothes. You're sweating. Sweating when you're cold is terrible. Thank you, Penny. Hey, Mark. Believe it or not, I do get that question all the time now. Morning, Tara. Robert, how are you? Ken is here. Cool. Got Jody and Infinitely on YouTube. And Practical Qui Gong. Hopefully, I said that right. Yep. Yeah. Happy third quarter. That's right. Yep. We are. I feel good. Pretty much back to normal. Still on restricted movement. Still can't lift over 16 pounds. Are not supposed to. Thanks, Gary. I am. I am. I'm feeling good. Roger will be in just a second here. Got over 200 people, so I'm assuming everyone got their texts and emails out. Yeah, it's kind of blocking your. Well, we could slide those monitors over though, because you don't need that monitor over there now. Could slide the double tower over because that screen. Yep. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. JC, you just missed the explanation. We just went over it. Not the first person today. You have to be because that other one's off.
How? Now I'm using the right mic. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I wasn't using the right mic.
What mic were you using?
This one.
Yeah, but the
This wasn't even on my
but it's not on.
this mic is not on? Well, somehow maybe. Can you guys hear me like you usually hear me right now? Not a great sound, very loud. Okay, hold on, hold on. I think I know what's going on. Uh did you change something, Matt? Test, test, test. All right, test, test, test. This right here should be at a sweet spot. Okay, is that better right now? You guys should be able to hear me okay right now without any problems. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. All right, excellent, 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 excellent. All right, let's see what's going on with the market right now. As most of you guys can see, the market is right at the VWAP and it doesn't know what it wants to do with itself. We're still basing in terms of the bigger picture. We're still above all of these levels. The level that I would keep, and I would write this down right now, the level that I would keep an eye on, a very, very close eye on, would be right here, would be right here. And that level is, oh God. Good morning, Rebecca, or good afternoon. That level is right around 540, 230. If we're not going to, it's not going to, I don't think it's going to happen today. I can't say for sure, but, uh, but thank you, Brendan. But if we break this level, if we break this level right here, the odds are pretty strong that we are going to slide down and fill this gap right here. So watch this level. While the market remains choppy without a lot of directional bias, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think if it's going to happen, it'll happen overnight. But keep an eye on that level. Keep an eye on that level. Okay, that's the broad market. Do you think that the market didn't care too much about PC? No, because it was in line. It was already priced in. You're welcome, Rob. I took him from a Navy SEAL boat that we rented. It was a retired Navy SEAL boat that drives very, very fast. It was a 12-seater, but nobody else was there, so it was just the four of us, and we rented it for an hour. And we went around the Hudson River. And I mean, New York is very looks very different from Hudson River. So those images are literally just driving from one side of the river to the other, and going from New Jersey to New York, going to Brooklyn Bridge, going to Statue of Liberty. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun. My family had a lot of fun. The only thing, my son wasn't there. He's in school, but my two daughters were there. My wife was there. Yeah, I was under the bridge. I was literally under the bridge. All of those pictures were taken from the Hudson River, from being in the river. Actually, it was a lot of fun. Also, I'm changing the topic now. Notice the spy. Notice the spy has been sitting. Um, this is the daily chart of the spy. Notice we've been literally sitting at the 8-day moving average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. If you're sitting at the 8-day moving average, you're just not going to get a lot of anything. Yeah, I'm sure, Mark. I'm sure. That was a good one. And by the way, New Jersey looks beautiful from the river. It looks gorgeous. See, the problem with New Jersey is everybody's always comparing it to New York. But if you look at it on its own, without like, the Big Apple, the biggest city in the world there, it holds its own pretty well. It's my 5 cents.
You talking about Hoboken?
The what?
Hoboken
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the river?
yeah.
It's nice.
It's absolutely beautiful over there. I have a lot of friends who moved from New York right over to New Jersey, like right where the bridge is, so they
Yeah,
all
because
work in.
it's like a quarter of the price.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm only talking about the New Jersey side that's facing the river. I'm not an expert. I have some experience with Newark, New Jersey, Newark, and with that main area, and that's about it. Anyways, if you look at the S&P, you'll see we're literally touching the 8-day. And if you look at stocks like Tesla, we're at the 200-day, which I like now, but I don't know why I pulled up Tesla. I meant to pull up Nvidia. You will see that we're just sitting at this area right now. And the fact that we're not running back up is a big problem. I do like Nvidia, but I'd like to see Nvidia trade above 131 before going long. Okay? Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. So I'm not, and remember, we've been having mostly text. Look at SMH. This is semiconductor index. Not really, Deborah. No, no, didn't have much of an impact. No. So SMH and Nvidia, which is what 20% of the SMH or something to that effect because of the market cap. It's looking really, really good here. So not, I mean, it's looking the same. And until we see a nice breakout to the upside, not feeling it at all. Now, equal weighted SPY, guys, we're breaking down. I want to show you guys something. If we break a little bit below the current level, here, let me draw this. See how choppy we are? See this big bar down? This is not happiness right here. If we break this, this is equal weighted SPY. If we break this below, we're going to go below the lowest level since we've seen since the beginning of June. That's not going to be good for the market. That will put pressure on the market. And I don't care what six or seven stocks are doing. This is this is the market. Now, what about the equal weighted SPY, right? Not really impressing me at all right now. Most importantly, the bond market. And I hate to say I was the one that told you so, but I did. I did. I did. The only reason why I didn't want to go short last week was because we had the GDP and I didn't know how that was going to turn out. But I know a lot of you did go short last week. And oh, why don't you grab that? Um, you're welcome, Alan. Uh, by the way, well, I'll talk about it later. But anyhow, you see where we're at? We should be down here. We're getting every day, we're getting closer to July 31st. And on July 31st, the kid's either going to have that bike or he's not. There's not going to be any, well, no, he's either going to be riding that bike going, trink, 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 trink. I got my bike, or he's not. And from where I'm seeing right now, go ahead and grab that again, Matt. And from where I'm sitting right now, just not seeing it, not seeing it at all, at all. Okay. So that means the bond market has to reflect that. It has to reflect it. There's just no other way about it because we have a time limit, July 31st. Okay. Look at something here. All right. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to make heads or tails of this market, and I'm not really liking what I'm seeing here. Um, so QQQ, the big daddy QQQ again, choppiness, choppiness sideways. Not a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff going on right now. Time of year also has an impact. What about volume? Well, look at volume last week here. We had a couple of good days. But look at today, 14. We're about halfway done with the day. We're at 14 million contracts. That's nothing really there. Nothing really there. What is this all pointing to? Chop chop. Chop 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 chop. Chop chop. By the way, did anybody make money on Tesla this morning from the pit? Oh, 6%. Dennis said no. Late. Lost money. How the hell do you lose money on that? Let's see, Rochelle, Omar, you and I have to have a talk. How do you lose money on that one? Rochelle, Richard, Ronald, Ivan, Kim, David, missed it. Okay. All right. Everybody made money except Omar. Well, so did everybody else, Omar, but how did you lose money on it? I got in at 209. Wait, how the hell did you lose money on this trade, man? Let's take a look. Dropping too fast. Let's see how it was dropping too fast, Omar. Let's look at the evidence. I set to go long Tesla at 1026. I told you we were long Tesla at 209.30. Then I told you to exit Tesla and take 60 cents profit. In at 209.30, out at 209.90 at 1029. But then afterwards, something happened. Tesla is at 1020, 1023. Then Tesla went to 210.50. Then Tesla went to 210.86. Then Tesla went to 211.23. After I got out. Omar, what are you doing, my friend? No, it didn't bounce. There was no bouncing. See, this is why I love timestamps. Bouncing? Where did it bounce? It bounced up. That's where it bounced. So, Omar, if you listen to me, you would have went long at 10:26 a.m. and you would have gotten out. You would have made 60 cents. And if you would have stayed in, you would have made more. Well, Omar, okay, whatever you say. But everybody's telling you that you didn't. Okay, Omar. All right. Well, Omar, I got news for you, my friend. Tesla is right now at 1009, 210. I got in at 209.30. Get out right now and get your 70 cents. Well, Omar, look what Glenn says. Look what Richard says. Look what Adam says. Look what Glenn says. Look what Blair says. Look what Chris says. Look what Gaston says. Look what Raymond says. I mean, yeah, good. Omar, all right, Omar, you're right, and everybody else is wrong. All right, Omar, since you insist on taking this publicly, I have no choice but to look at time and sales. So, right here, time and sales. Yes, details matter. That's why we're going to look at time and sales. Dun, 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 dun. This is important, guys, because this means a lot. So let's look at time and sales. Okay. Time to get in. Long Tesla 209.30. Let's look at 10:27 a.m. 10:27 a.m. right here. Now, look, Omar, it only went up for this is 5 minute bars. The signal was given on this bar, my friend. So you say it was moving around, but you see, it never went below this bar. You see that? That's right, Chris. There you go. I didn't say add it to my long list. I said to buy it. You see, my friend, nothing went back. You see, right here, up to 1159. There was no back. The low here was 209.44, and the low here was 208.93. Just went up. uh, Now you see, here's the problem. Omar, you're down $1,000, but if you got in when I did, then you can get out right now at a 40-cent profit. How could you be down $1,000? That's the problem, folks. All right, Omar, if you have a problem, oh, since you started in February, then you're doing something wrong, my friend. You're doing something wrong, my friend. How many errors of, I mean, how many losses have we taken since February? All right, guys, let's continue this. Maybe four. Thank you, Gaston. You should have attended the classes. All right. So let's get through our stocks for today because I have a class prepared for you at 12:30. Of course, everybody does. We timestamp those trades. Omar is not doing something that he's supposed to be doing, and he's not sharing with us all the detail. Omar, but I don't remember ever seeing you an email. Omar, I have an email address. I don't remember seeing an email from you since February. I've got an email from almost everybody else, but I don't see email from you. All right, let's continue. YMC, let's do shorts. You should be sending me one every day if you're down $1,000 since February, Omar, in the pit. I don't know how that's humanly possible. Send me one like right now and show me your trades and show me the actual timestamps, Omar. Don't mess around. It's too serious. Your hard-earned money's at work here. All right, guys. You're clearly doing something wrong. 33. Okay, Omar, you know better than me. It's my program, but you know better than me. Put a stop around 33. We're moving on. Put a stop right around 33 here on YMC. And we're short. Let's get you an option on this baby. $78 delta. Oh, sorry, I'm on the calls. Let's go to put. Right here. 92 delta, 32.50 put. Right there. Let's continue. Next one is PayPal. $25 days out. Now I'm curious, how do you have a Matt? Look at this. Oh, no, never mind. I thought this was delta. I was like, how do you have a delta of 139? That's the oddest thing ever, right? That's just odd.
Impossible.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought. Uh, we'll go right here. 70 delta, 60 put. Right there. Visa. I would wait just a little bit more, but I like how it's moving right now. Just a little bit more here. My stop loss would be right around 271. Visa 25 days to go, 76 right here, 270 put right there. Ah, what a beauty. Right here, right at the 200-day moving average, right around 81.20, 25 put, 77 delta. These are all puts. 80 put, July 26th. All right, Omar. Yeah, you got to send me, you really should send me an email and being very descriptive of what you do. All right, right here, just a little bit more, but I love how it's holding to the downside. And Las Vegas Sands has a very good correlation with FXI, and FXI looks like it's breaking down some more. So LVS, there you go. Okay. Stop loss here would be right at this pivot, right about here, about 46.28. I don't know. I don't know, John. I'm not a big follower of Caesars. I mostly follow Las Vegas Sands and MGM. 74, and they're very correlated. 45 puts right here. July 26th, 25 days to go, 45 puts. That's right. Green screens are great, Roger Sessions. Green screens are great. Etsy. Etsy. Breaking down again. I would use the 50-day right here, 63 as my stop. Yes, these are all puts. These are all puts. I've for some reason I've been starting with the puts. Right here, 65 delta, 59 put. Dow. This is Dow Chemical, obviously. Oh, thank you, Carlo. These are buying. These are all we only buy here. Tiny, unless we're doing a spread, we're only buying, and I would let you know otherwise. And welcome, welcome, welcome. 54.40, 73 right here, 73 delta, 54 put, July 26th, Dow. Yeah, I got out of Gaston. We scratched AEO. I mean, if you want to stay in it, it's fine. I just got sick of it. I don't want to give these stocks that much time. There's just better ways for me to spend my time. As long as I don't take a loss, I'm good. One second. I still really like it, by the way. I still like it. Like I told you guys, if you're swinging it, I still like it. Good for you, Adam. Yeah, the trade went our way. Yeah. Yeah, we've had like four losses since February, like, in the trading pit. Like, how do you lose money? Oh boy. Leonard Home. We got the 200-day moving average here. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. We got to be careful here. Got a little bit more room. Stop loss would be right here. 152.60 or 152.70 would be my stop, just above this area right here. That's all good, Brett. It's all good. I don't know, Chris. Don't know. It's just hard it's hard when you have 180 trades and you have 180 and you have like a 95% lose rate and you're losing money. It's just I don't understand how that's humanly possible. 152.60. Oh yeah, it's that time. All right. So what I'll do is I'll do the that's it for my short side. The option here is 25 days to go. 80 delta is 80, 155 put July 26th. Frank, Frank, you're asking me a great question. I'm going to first of all repost this so everybody could see it because it's a great question. You don't place a stop on an option trade. You don't do that. Um, I could tell you're new here because if you've been here for a few weeks, you would know how we operate. I can either answer your question or I could start a class that I wanted to start and do for half an hour. I'm going to start the class. Most people here know the answer to the question that you're asking, so I'm not going to belabor the point. Please send me an email at the following roger@rogerscott.com, and I will answer your question and I'll give you a full details. I'm going to give you guys the stocks that are on my long list for today. At least you'll have those, okay? That way you'll have something. Those are the stocks that are on my long list, okay? Yeah, you never use stops on options. That's just you don't do that. Exactly. On the other, we use the underlying, we trade, we're always trading the stock. Even if we're trading the option, we're really just trading the stock. We're using the option as a proxy. Okay. So I gave you my long list. Okay. So I wanted to give you an updated class on how I find seasonality trades. And I've had this, I'm not doing that today, Rochelle, because I'm going to do a class right now. Matt, we're recording this, right?
Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube.
Right, exactly. Duh. So make sure you tell the guys to cut half an hour of this out um and post this in Data Miner and in Stealth Surge, okay?
Yep.
So I'm going to show you guys now. A lot of times we're going to talk about seasonality right now. We're going to just kind of switch topics, all right? I wanted to do this right now because July is a very interesting month for seasonality. And there's a lot of stuff happening in July on seasonality. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. So as I mentioned before, I don't use seasonality as a primary factor. I use seasonality as a secondary factor, but it's a very, very important secondary factor. So in other words, let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about. Uh, I'll give you a really good example. Have you guys ever had a Bloody Mary? I'm sure most of you have had a Bloody Mary or know what a Bloody Mary is. I haven't drank alcohol in over 13 years, but I still remember Bloody Marys, okay? Uh, no problem, man. I want to help you out. Yeah. Yeah. 22 years ago. There you go. Well, it's more than just it's more yeah, it is delicious. Actually, it was my favorite. That and dirty martini with vodka were my favorite drinks. Uh, but again, I don't drink alcohol. I wouldn't even know what it tastes like anymore. But anyhow, let's say you have a Bloody Mary. this is a really good example. I don't even know how I stumbled on it, but it's a great example. What would happen if you take all the spices out of a Bloody Mary? Let's say you take all the salt, the pepper, the garlic, not even tomato juice. You take the salt out of. Have you ever tried non-salted tomato juice? Exactly, 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 exactly. Now we're see, Matt. This is now we're all talking on the same page.
Yep.
Tastes like crap, right? Well, technically, it's still a Bloody Mary, right? It's what Ken says. It's vodka and orange juice. I mean, tomato juice after all, right? But you guys know, everybody here understands exactly what I'm saying because everybody knows that to take the Tabasco away, take all of that away. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you and this is really a great example because everybody can, unless you're under 21, and most people here are over 21, you can really relate to what I'm saying. So technically, you could take the Tabasco away, you could take the salt away, you could take the pepper away, the garlic, whatever flavor, the clam juice, whatever you like in your Bloody Mary. God knows I like everything in them. Um, it's going to taste crappy. It's not going to taste really good, right? Similarly, and here's the irony of it all. Yes, but we go with what I'm saying, Raymond. I agree with you. It does taste pretty darn good. I used to love anything that resembled a Bloody Mary. But anyway, it's going to taste like crap. Similarly, if I take all the stuff that we're taking out of the Bloody Mary, the Tabasco, the salt and pepper, and we just put all that together, but we take out the alcohol and tomatoes, it's also going to taste like crap. So 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 when I say secondary, I'm not saying it's not equally as important because I'll bet you right now most people would be like, "Well, do you want your seasoning in your Bloody Mary or you want alcohol?" People would be like, "Well, what kind of stupid question is that? I want both. If I can't both, I don't want it." That's the point I'm making. Okay, that's the point I'm making. So don't think when I'm saying secondary that I'm talking about not as important. I mean, it's just the second layer down. You got to have the first one because without the alcohol and tomatoes, we don't even have the word bloody. I mean, Mary. I mean, we don't even we have nothing. So it's the secondary thing, but it's just as important. It's like if I have price action but okay, the only reason why I did not short Starbucks yet, I'm going to tell you why. I'm deciding if I want to short Disney or Starbucks. And the only reason why I haven't shorted Starbucks yet is because volume's 27%. And I'm leaning towards Disney because Disney's 63% right now, according to the Pro Trader dashboard. But notice red everywhere. It means we don't have high volume today. It means we don't have high volume today. And what did I tell you today when the market isn't doing anything? If you don't have volume, it's volume is secondary. Is it just as important? Yes. Yes, because you see I'm not doing anything, but it's secondary. So you guys understand seasonality is like the salt, the Tabasco, the pepper, all that stuff you put into the Bloody Mary minus the tomatoes and the vodka. Okay. MDT looks great. It's on my short list, Gus, by the way. So again, I'm just trying to kind of first give you a crack at it. So how do we go about finding these trades? Let me show you. Let me show you. And I don't. I'm typically we do them during the day, so we don't use Stock Fetcher. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you Stock Fetcher because Stock Fetcher makes it very linear and very easy to see. And you can use Stock Fetcher if you want, just the same. But I'm going to show you how we do it, okay? So we would go to Stock Fetcher and we would go to my list. Now, I have several lists in Stock Fetcher. I have the 90-day breakout list, which has only 41 stocks, not even 100, which is telling us there's not a lot of stuff breaking out right now. Um, And look at that. That AEO decided to go to break down below the low right when we got out. Murphy's Law never fails, right? But at least we didn't lose money on the trade. At least we scratched it or broke even on the trade. That's the beautiful part. So, 90-day breakout, 90-day high, 90-day low. We can go by the strongest stocks in the S&P right here, which we will do right now. So I'm going to show you this. This is my relative strength scan. Okay. 1 month, 3 month, 6 month. Let's go with average. Okay. So I'm going to now look at the chart. When I look at the chart, I could see each of these stocks and I could see which of these stocks is looking good. So right now we're going down the list. Would I ever buy? These are all daily charts. And you guys by now, because you guys follow the stocks that I trade every single day, you guys by now know what a Roger Scott stock looks like, right? Does this look like a Roger Scott stock? I'm just going to ask you straight up. Does this look like a stock that I would pick? Okay, Mike. Thank you. You get brownie points. Does this look like a stock that I would pick? Thank you. No way. All right. All right. So far, we're all accurate. Does this look like a stock that I would pick right here? No. Okay. Ooh, we're getting somewhere here. We're getting hotter. What about these two stocks? What about Lilly and ANET? Big time. I would totally pick ANET and I would totally pick Lilly. Now, let's just go back to the table. This one doesn't look too bad either, by the way. AVGO. I'd like to see it go higher. But if you said not 100% sure on this, I wouldn't be too offended. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. But so far, CrowdStrike doesn't look bad. Lilly doesn't look bad. ANET doesn't look bad. And what's great is out of 500 stocks, remember, we're looking at there's 7 pages here. We're looking at 500 stocks. This is just the first page, okay? Look how strong these stocks are. You're talking about stock that's right here and right here. These two stocks, one stock, Lilly, Annette, and Crowd, right? Well, this is the strongest stock according to my scanner. So we're talking out of 500 stocks, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stock. So we're not even talking 10%. We're talking like 2%, second percentile, right? Very strong stocks. Okay, we like it. Now, what sector is Micron? Excuse me, I keep saying Micron. What sector is ANET, Lilly, and Crowd in? Let's take a look, okay? This is easy to do. We don't have to guess. CrowdStrike. Technology. Okay, technology, software. Okay. How about ANET? Technology. Oh, that's 2 technologies. And what about Lilly? Now, obviously, I know what sector Lilly and ANET and CrowdStrike are in. I'm not retarded, but I'm showing you the process. Showing you the process. Now, and by the way, I'm changing topics right now for a second. I talked about Disney earlier today, went down, touched the VWAP, back down. Starbucks went down, touched the VWAP, coming back down. This morning, Disney at 1043, SBX not looking great. The drop in the bond market, significant. Starbucks and Disney right there. Told you about it, gave you heads up. Just FYI, we talked about it. I'm always giving you guys heads up on this. But okay, so we like these 3 stocks. So we like tech and we like healthcare. Interestingly, do you guys remember last week what I told you, what sectors I told you I really liked? I said I only like 2 sectors. Do you remember what those sectors were? Let's see if people can remember them. Let's see if they remember what those sectors were. Energy and healthcare, healthcare and communication. Thank you. Omar has it. No, Omar has it right. Healthcare and communication. Healthcare and communication. That's right. Yeah. 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 Alan has it right. Sue has it right. Colleen has it right. Rado has it right. Adam, no, I said healthcare and communication. What I said about energy was, I said very specifically that if energy doesn't get above the 50-day moving average, it looks like it could still come back down. And even though I like how the commodity energy is looking, I don't like how the stocks are looking. And I'm going to wait for this to rally up before going. I said it. I did say that. I did. XLC and healthcare. Let's look at XLC. XLC, communication sectors, still above the 15-day EMA, not looking too bad. Let's look at healthcare. Healthcare, choppy, not a lot of action. So here's the part you guys are going to have to extrapolate. Okay. Usually 90% of the, no, not 90, 95% of the time, one of these sectors, one of these sectors one of these sectors would be making a breakout. Right now, we're not seeing any sector. As a matter of fact, communication is right here. Tech is right here. Tech looks the best, actually. Tech looks the best. Okay. So I would say usually you're going to have one sector that's looking really, really good. Now, I don't have enough time to show you the short side, so we're using the long side as our examples. But for example, let's say I wanted to do the short side. Well, basic materials would be a sector that I would be targeting. Another sector I would be targeting would be the retail sector. It looks like it's about to break the moving average right here. But what I would then do is start looking at stocks on the short list. But let's just stick to the long side, okay? Let's just say we're looking to the long side, and I showed you three stocks, and two of them were ANET. This stock, let me just put this back. Wanna If I don't keep my stuff organized, it's gonna be a mess. So let's just say, let's just say that. By the way, can you put the promo up there for tomorrow for me, Matt? The CTA.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Chat, right?
Yeah, yeah. So so usually one of those sectors would be doing something really great right now to the upside. The only thing that's moving okay is the technology sector. Thank you, Matt. Is the technology sector, so we'll stick to that. So here would be the steps that I would go through. I would go to the sectors and I would see that the technology sector is doing pretty good. Most of the time, one sector is either breaking out or breaking down. Like right now, we can argue that XLB is breaking down. So what I would do is I would go to the bottom of the list and I would start looking for a basic material stock. And here's one, Albemarle. Let's look at Albemarle. Okay, close to the bottom. Let's see, there's another one. Um, is Builder a financial stock? No, Builder First, or that's a basic material stock, isn't it? Can you check that?
Right now. Retail lumber. So yeah, materials.
Yeah, okay. So, and how about Albemarle? And so, okay. So let's say we looked at this. All right, I guess I have enough time. So looking at this, we liked XLB to the downside because it's breaking down, and we like XLK to the upside because it's giving us the most upside. The link has the wrong date. No,
No,
it's tomorrow.
no, it's for tomorrow.
It's for tomorrow, Ronald. It's for tomorrow. Okay. So, so we got our short stuff. We got Albemarle. We got Builder. Matt, write them down. Builder and Albemarle to the short side. And to the long side, we got we're going to skip Lilly because healthcare's not doing anything, but we're going to look at ANET and we're going to look at CrowdStrike. Both are technology, right? And we like both of those. So now, Matt, go ahead and share your screen and let's do the seasonality for those four stocks and see if anything looks good. We'll do the regular seasonality tomorrow. Today, we'll just focus on this.
Got that.
Yeah, what Matt just wrote. So you see how I didn't start with seasonality. I started with the sectors, and then we're looking at the strongest and weakest stocks. And now we're going to look at seasonality.
All right. So you want to go over to 10-day hold, or do you want to look at it on the data miner?
I want to look at it on data miner, and I want you to tell me how
Perfect.
the 10-day and the 5-day for these stocks
Fine, I
look.
got it right here.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful.
Okay, let's go B. That's starting from today. That's a LB, and that's 10-day hold.
So the returns are pretty positive. They're not negative.
Yeah, for the most part.
So we don't like this. We don't like this. Let's look at the next one.
It's Builder, also pretty positive.
Pull up my thing here. Yes, Brendan, it's being recorded and it's going to be put in the members area. It's recorded, Rachel. And it'll be put in the data miner and stealth surge members
Yeah.
area. So, what is this? This is Builder. And we want to go short Builder. And Builder looks like it only has good seasonality till for next few days. And then, so we have a very, very tight thing with it. It doesn't look all that great for a short. It looks like if we're wrong in the next couple of days, this thing is going to go against us. So now let's look at our longs. ANET and
Route.
yes. Oh, look at this.
ANET looks pretty good.
That looks really good. That looks really, really good. I like ANET. So we got the sector on our side. We got the stock on our side. It's like the 10th strongest stock in the S&P 500. And we got seasonality on our side. I like the way that looks. Now, what about the other stock? Mike, that just depends on how far out you're thinking of going. I would honestly look at the 10 at 5 and the 10, but for this purpose, it doesn't really make much of a difference. CrowdStrike doesn't look nearly as good, does it?
No.
Okay. Okay. So out of the four stocks that I found, let me take back the computer screen, okay?
Take it away.
Yep. So I can't see anything. It's kind of funny. So out of all the stocks that we found, the only stock that really suits me, that fits the bill, if you will, is ANET. And we haven't screened for earnings yet. But Again, this is just a demonstration. Now, if I had started with seasonality, I would have found 5,000 stocks that I liked. And then I would have to go backwards and make sure they're in the top 10, all that. Don't do it that way. Start with the 90-day high, with the S&P 500 CSI scan, with your top, with the 52-week highs, stocks making all-time highs. I've shown you many, 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 many different ways to find strong stocks. First, find the stocks that I like. Then, after you find the stocks that I like, right? After you find the stocks that you like, that I like, then apply seasonality to them. Okay. So you see how out of 4 stocks, we only found 1 stock that we liked? July 29th, plenty of time. It is, Matt. It is good to have a wider view. Yeah. What Matt just said.
I was just responding to Mike.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to have it. So my point is seasonality is a great tool. Seasonality works great, but use it as a Bloody Mary drink. Don't start sniffing salt and Tabasco sauce and making yourself Tabasco dinners. It's not You're not going to get far. And don't start drinking unsalted warm tomato juice with vodka from your that's been in your closet and it's 100 degrees. It's going to taste awful. I mean, oh, disgusting. So again, are you going to get drunk off of it? Of course you are. Are you going to have a good time doing it? Probably not. So, so again, do you guys have a fairly good understanding of how it has the wrong date of the week? Oh, it says Monday. Would you tell Josiah that it says Monday? Thank you, PD. I appreciate it. I'll post it in the
Yep.
Telegram channel for him. Okay, there you go. Yeah, thank you for that. So again, just to give you the steps before we conclude this exercise, and can you repost that for me for the first, you start at the sectors. I didn't start at the sectors today because frankly, most sectors look like the only one that looks like it's moving is XLB to the downside, and technology looks like it wants to kind of start here. Okay. Um, yeah, July 29th is far away. I'm not going to look a month in advance. 2, 3 weeks is fine. I mean, look, Adam, the average trade we hold is for 3, 4 days. Not. I mean, I think 10 is more or less. You know the routine. You've been around the block. So again, started the sectors. We go to, hey Cyrus, we started the sectors. We go to the stocks. We go to seasonality. If you start the other way around, you're gonna have to be lucky. You're gonna have to back into the stock. Okay. And I don't like doing that. Why? Because you get all excited. You're like, oh my God, seasonality is amazing. Oh, I'm going to buy the option. Oh, the spread is amazing. The daily chart looks like crap. What's the point, right? First start with the daily, so there's a process. All right. Gotcha, Cyrus. Do I prefer stock fetcher? Robert, I use them for completely different things. Everything has the right tools. I just wanted to show you stock fetcher because stock fetcher is really easy to show this exercise, and I already have everything there, and it just makes my life easier. I'd probably do it differently next time. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You use the right tool for the job. That's the key here. I use stock fetcher, TC2000, Thinkorswim, and probably 3 other things that I'm not even remembering. All right, guys, it was a great session. Jeffrey's got something exciting for you. I don't have the link for that. I don't know why, but I don't have the link for that. It starts in about 3 minutes. Check it out. It's supposed to be really cool. Do we get the stock scans for TOS in the pit? Raymond, send me an email. I don't know what you're talking about. But hopefully this lesson helped you out and understood sectors, stocks, seasonality. Sectors, stocks, seasonality. Sectors, stocks, seasonality. All right. There we go. There's a premiere. Where'd you get that link from, Matt?
Uh, one of the docs.
Look at that. He's a crafty beast. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. And I'm glad to be back. So glad to be back. I'll see you. Omar, I'm waiting for that email with timestamps showing me exactly what you're doing and what not. I don't want to hear dialogue. I want to see data. Okay. Data. Bye, guys. Thank you. All right.